Engineer, nice.
So Engineer picked up, but you talked about Rally, Deadwood on the board, then Infora. I mean, SG is definitely going to have some good pickings here as far as who they want to go with. You got to think, well, again, it's going to be it's either Deadwood or Rally. Hell, even both of them. Wouldn't be surprised. So we'll see what Swinnamelons looks to go here. Keizu right-clicking many heroes. Just kind of going through there, giving his captain some options, I guess. Now, just again, they are on the main stage, as I assume you can even see. Rally and Master of Arms is actually going to be the pickups here for Stay Green. Obviously, very strong combination coming out there. So now back over to s2y. We'll see what they look to pick up here.
Yeah, kind of feeling like we're going to see a Swindlemelons, Rally, Slicks, Master of Arms this game with another support being picked up. Just kind of, yeah, I would say it's pretty much to be expected at this point. Sort of a dual lane Master of Arms, solo Rally.
There's a Soul Reaper coming out from s2y. You know, Flux as well. It's been talked about from these Thai teams being pretty popular. You got Engineer already here on the board, so kind of wonder if maybe that's an option here for Sorry, as they're known as. Again, though, these two teams on the stage here at this main event. They're in front of this crowd for the first time here. As far as here at the GSL, it's pretty epic. Like we're talking about all the people that are here watching and everything. So you got to kind of wonder too if that's going to play a role when it comes down to maybe affecting some things for these two players. Magnus is going to be the final pick coming out here for s2y. So not going to go the Flux. We're going to Magnus here. Of course, a strong pick. Nonetheless, Stay Green thinking about their third and final pick now. Back there side. Deadwood's still on the board, man. I mean,
he is. I mean, they always have the option of running the Master of Arms in a more supportive setting. That's what I love about the hero personally is the versatility. It doesn't pigeonhole you when it comes to drafting phase. Doesn't reveal too much, and well, it makes him a very safe early pick in this lock pool.
Yeah,
not in the lock pool. I should have the drafting pool.
You know, something else too to think about is we talked a little bit about this yesterday at the very end, but Keizu has still yet to die here in the GSL through what? 5 matches in the group stages and the 1 there in the bracket so far. So 6 matches total. He has yet to actually die as his hero is concerned. I mean, that's pretty damn impressive. I believe at least 3 of the games he's played Wild Soul, so of course a BP hero. But he's a suicide player. I mean, the name of the rule kind of speaks for itself. Yet this guy hasn't even managed to die yet. So that's pretty impressive. Aluna's, by the way, the final pick. There's the Wild Soul. Speaking of him, taken out first by s2y here.
Yeah, I can probably see Keeper of the Forest, Parasite drafted now. The double jungle, Keeper Suicide played by Keizu, Parasite played by Chessie, and that's going to round out their lineup. In response, I'd expect to see something. Do they have support? They have the Engineer already. Something like a Glacius, or not a Glacius, a Bubbles picked up by s2y. I believe would make the most sense.
We'll see. It definitely seems like that makes sense there. Yeah, they're going to go the Keeper and the Parasite, so that's how things are going to shape up for SG as kind of expected. Now back to s2y. You're looking at the Bubbles, perhaps. But,
well,
what are they going to
They have the route of a Glacius as well if they want to run 2 dual lanes. Okay, they do go the Bubbles. That is overall a lot better.
Well, does that mean then, I guess...
Potential Wild Soul jungle is
exactly,
what you're wondering?
Yeah.
Yeah, it very well could. We'll have to...
And we don't see a Wild Soul.
No, I mean, look at what s2y Peter Yates plays. All jungles. All jungles.
That makes sense.
Actually played Wild Soul very recently as well in the previous game. Who was that against again, Breaky?
s2y beat MRR to get here, I believe it was.
Right, yeah. MRR.
A lot of people consider them the top Thailand team. Going
right, I mean, Neolution, that's what everyone said. They said, you know, they are the team to fear from Thailand.
Yeah.
So beating MRR and keeping their perfect record going.
Yep, that's
definitely making a statement there. Can Keizu make it through this entire tournament without dropping it?
The entire tournament? I really don't think so.
I know. But
it's still impressive that
he's gotten
this far with it.
What would you do if he did?
I'm not one to put those crazy bets. I love my hair too much.
You're not gonna get Keizu tattooed on your chest.
I can't do the whole Keizu tattoo thing.
What if it was in Elvish, so no one would know, or maybe like another tongue?
Maybe. Okay. I'll think about it. Probably not.
Okay.
I was going to say, though, you know what, that's actually kind of just hit me, too, again, with the crowds now starting to fill up here at this GSL event with them opening doors and everything. Again, we're in Thailand, of course. This is obviously a Thai team here in s2y. You got to think these fans here are rooting for s2y here. I mean, to kind of be victorious when it comes down to it. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, maybe how the crowd reaction is when kills happen and whatnot. I'm sure in the end they're just looking to have a good game here. But I kind of wonder if if Stay Green is actually kind of seen as, in this case here, if they're seen as a team that, you know, that the crowd will like, or that they're going to kind of root against here because they know how powerful they are, and they're the favorite going into this event. So,
yeah, one more thing I wanted to point out there is Bubbles. Look what he did. He actually got his ward off before being scouted. He used his Shell Surf effectively on the Legion side. For some reason, I don't see Bubbles do that much, and it drives me insane. Either way, he gets the ward off, and great job there by, how do I pronounce it? Ellen, I believe. Alinlin. Sure. Yeah, just got to read it all at once there. Alinlin.
Yeah, you talked about that yesterday, I remember, with the either the Bubbles or the Hag even. Can definitely set that up.
Zanaruk 5, Mr. Sons, and Peter Yeds.
I always love trying to pronounce these names from
well, it's harder when
Southeast
you're
Asia region.
Yeah. I would like to talk to the players and actually, you know, figure out on a player per player basis how they actually say it themselves.
Yeah. All right, so again, though, it looks like we are going to be seeing that Wild Soul talking about. Now, the cool thing about this is, you see right here, Wild Soul still is going to be able to use that bear to actually go ahead and get the pull going on here when it comes down to it. So you see him up here and going to go ahead and use the bear, and I'm sure KZU is going to be, you know, a little bit frustrated of that, but not much you can do about it in the end. So there comes the bear block, and are we just going to go to our – okay.
Yeah, let's just go to our camera. Honestly, that's what I've been trying to, to point out. I want to switch over to our cameras here. It's going to make it a lot easier as far as, you know, I can tell you what I want to look at. It's just, it makes a little bit more sense now that we've tried it out for a little bit. So don't worry, guys. We are switching over, and it's not going to be an issue.
Don't worry. It's okay.
It's all cool. We want the same thing you do. Just an awesome game, a good stream.
I figure we'll give it a good time. But I know people have been, you know, making comments of maybe the camera work for them is – hey, I know I get a lot of comments on me being a bad camera person at times, but – hey,
it's not easy while casting.
Exactly.
I can tell you that firsthand. Back when I was just a spectator, I'd be like, oh, wow, how does he not see that item pickup? Or, you know, what about this? And actually being here doing it, there's a lot to keep track of while you're talking, and it's not easy. Go figure.
Sorry for the bottom lane. You see him right here, going to kind of be boxed out, or attempted to be boxed out at least, but real quick heal bomb comes out, and Z-Freak realizing that it's not going to be that effective. How about this setup, by the way? I don't think we really even mentioned this yet, but look at what Stay Green's doing. They're running the aggressive dual lane, or I guess pseudo tri-lane even down here. Obviously, Parasite in the aggressive jungle. You got Master of Arms, Aluna down here at the bottom lane. And right now, they are trying to set up a gank, but look what's already happened. Soul Reaper's ported top, and Bubble's going to be porting to the bottom lane. So the adjustment's already being made, or Rally in the meantime in the middle lane, taking a bit of pressure right there. Going to be fine, but so a very early and quick adjustment coming out from Sorry here.
Right. I mean, I did like the fact that she went aggressive, though, with that Master, given the fact that they had a Wild Soul jungle. Whenever I see something like a Keeper or like a Wild Soul, a hero that can't get too active early on in that jungle, I love aggressive lanes.
Yeah. So, obviously, with the Sword, we're going top now. And guess what? Who he's matched up against? Good old Keeper of the Forest. And, you know, when we did start seeing Soul Reaper kind of pop back on the scene, it seemed like it was because of this Keeper matchup when he was just, well, he still is a hell of a hero, of course. But he is very powerful against him, specifically with that aura, him being a melee hero in general, you know, having that Judgment heal bomb. So
the counter push as well.
Exactly, yeah, the counter push
always proves effective.
Very useful. So that's going to be a good setup there, it seems like, for s2y. And obviously, Bubbles, that good escape, granted, with the stun lockdown. Might not be successful enough, but we'll see how he manages to play down there. Of course, playing pretty passive for the most part. Z-Freak, we'll also see how active he now becomes. This is going to start moving around. You see right here, he's actually kind of helping out Parasite a little bit. But just trying to find his place right now, it seems like, as far as where exactly to be. Wild Soul jungle, though, again, we just don't see this much nowadays. Usually we're just so used to seeing him in that suicide role.
Yeah, it goes to the fact that they want to try to get control more of the map's resources. Don't want to leave that jungle untapped. And
his bear just died, and he doesn't have a resurrection.
I know.
That's kind of a big deal.
30 seconds, yeah, that is a big deal. Didn't have that level 2 bear yet. That was hurting him. What did he go for his item build this game?
I didn't necessarily notice. Bubbles in the meantime at the bottom lane. He will survive, but a lot of spam damage being put out there by Master of Arms and Aluna. Yeah, that's going to really hurt Wild so early on, man. I mean, that definitely is a big deal there.
Not to mention him picking up farm against his Parasite, disrupting him. Yeah, definitely rough. He does have that level 2 bear now. When it comes back up, might be able to contest this Parasite a little bit better.
He's been working on this camp here for so long, and now here comes Parasite. Boo Boo is going to be spawned. So now Parasite, Jesse will have to fall back. Jesse there, of course, with those boots. Meanwhile, Luna's coming in, but here comes Magnus, actually. Engineers, well, oh, Magnus misses the stun. He went for Parasite. The keg stun will hit the Parasite. The Entangle comes out finally. Parasite is going to end up falling, it looks like. Bloodlust kill will come out in favor of s2y. Magnus now chasing. Does not have enough mana for another lava surge. Gonna hit the trees. Oh, Luna's going to fall. The Entangle working. And now s2y needs to run away. He wasn't able to compel his teammates. So, despite some sloppy play, it actually works out pretty well for s2y there.
But yeah, Boo doing work, and well, we saw right there he was actually trying to contest that bottom rune. So did pick it up. Did he or not?
Yeah,
I thought he picked it up. Was it Invis? And he was using the bottle.
A haste rune for Bubbles.
Haste rune. Oh, haste rune. Bubble. Okay, Bubbles did get
sniped it. Yeah.
Just Swindle had that full bottle. Okay, Master Arms on bottom lane. He has the Steam Boots, and yeah, I just love Steam Boots in general, especially on any hero that goes Energizer. It just made Steam Boots that much better. When you're swapping for Intreds and you have Energizer, it just gives you so many stats that you're so effective in so many ways. You want to tank up, you have the strength, you have the stats from the Energizer, great.
Yeah.
Every time you cast a spell, you go to your Steam Boots, you have the extra stats from the Energizer again, awesome. Then you know what, your jungle hero with the Ring of Sorcery comes out, you put your Steam Boots on the strength or agility, get even more mana efficiency out of it. And for a hero like Master that farms a lot using his nuke, using that Acid Bomb, it is very, very effective.
Yeah. Oh, Bubbles in the meantime going to use that take cover, kind of getting a Luna to bait on him some tower damage right there. So he's going to fall back in the end. Swinnamelons, he's level 5, and despite him not able to save his teammates right there, he is having managing a pretty good time, it looks like. In fact, you look at his farm, he's 24-7 against this Magnus that's 21-3. So actually winning this lane right here in the sense of creep farm at least is Rally. And again, we've always known this is such a powerful 1 versus 2 hero. Swinnamelon, of course, plays it very, very well. One of the best out there. And he's having a great time in what should be a favorable match, if you think, for the leading team. Meanwhile, Bubbles, oh, he cannot sidestep the power, though. Gets the kill right there. But at what cost? Luna might be in some trouble now. Bear coming in. The Entangle will go off. Sword also here. The creep waves here. Z-Freak, you are dead good, sir. One more auto tech, maybe. He's going to try to get the kill. Yes, he'll get it right there. And Soyper gets credit. So 1-for-1 exchange. s2y can be fairly happy with that. Meanwhile, Parasite ringing Engineer. Actually, the seismic slam set up, and down goes Engineer. Parasite having the Wild Hunter.
It looked for a while there like Soul Reaper was actually trying to see if Boo could catch up and get another route, maybe going to give the kill to Wild Soul. Saw that it wasn't really worth it in the end, used his judgment and finished it off. And well, a lot of kills going on all over the place, but Rally, as you mentioned before, went up against a dual lane, but still has 275 gold per minute here with that Seismic Slam, a quick hero kill, and still no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with that Wild Souls. Oh, top lane. Bubbles in a lot of trouble right here. Leech coming out. He's going to try to self-step away. He will be fine for now. The root comes out, though. And now Bubbles going to probably fall here. Yes, the final auto attack gets the kill. And what's done is done. So well played right there. And I'm going to go ahead and chat disconnect right here in the meantime, apparently. Oh, was I not on D&D? That might have been why. Anyways, we see right here at the bottom side. That's just an illusion. But yeah, Bubbles finding himself in some struggling spots here. Chessie, of course, playing that active Parasite as always, has the Ghost Marchers and the Blood Chalice here. So off to a pretty good start. And but I was going to say, Wild Soul, he's 1-0-2. I mean, again, remember, too, when his bear died, he was down for 40 seconds or so with that boo-boo. That hurt him big time. But the kills are actually making up for that, it seems like. And all of a sudden, he has 2,000 gold saved up. So
he's doing phenomenally. Yeah, right after his bear got resummoned, he needed to pick up that double tap. So although he was slowed down a little bit early on, it didn't really matter. Forced the Parasite back into his own woods. Still, stay green. In spite of that, in spite of it being an even game right now, you can see how much better they're farming and lane control due to their experience and gold advantage.
Steam Boots just picked up by Rally right there. Again, he is having a very solid start for his team. He's level 7 on top of that. How about Keizu? Keizu, 363 gold per minute. He's actually tops in the game right now. He just bought something. It's being delivered right here. What is it? It is the Pickled Brain. So is working on finishing that Ring of Sorcery, choosing to go to the Ghost Marchers first here. To get a little bit more auto attack damage on top of the phase effect, of course. Meanwhile, Magnus going to get comboed down. Parasite, Aluna, and Rally all collapse for the kill right there. Magnus just simply getting caught out. He's managed to have a very good game himself, already 300 plus gold per minute, but that death right there, of course, is going to slow him down a little bit. So better news for Stay Green. And you know what was an action-packed? It's been an action-packed start for this game, and in fact, s2y getting the first couple of kills at least. They were up 3-1 at the point, I believe. They're down 4-3 now, and look at the golden experience. It's actually looking pretty comfortable for SG here, only 8.5 minutes in.
And Keeper of the Forest, we're getting pushed back here by this Soul Reaper. Health potion, though, not really that big of a deal. Getting really, really close to finishing that Ring of the Sorcery. And bottom lane right now, Soul Reaper's trying to apply pressure, but he has to be careful. Keeper root is up. You get some port-ins. You get the Rally Seismic Slam coming up in 30 seconds. You know, maybe Parasite roaming down there. Soul Reaper does have to be careful.
Yes, he's Soul Reaper taking some tower damage right there, but again, his aura's also the Withering Presence is withering down Keeper of the Forest. Go figure. Oh, not sure what that was about. Apparently, Paw's going to be coming out here for the Legion team. So S2y needs a pause. Oh, bottom lane. Is that a root use? Yes, it was actually. Soul Reaper. Oh, he talked about this. Gank attempt, very possible here.
Look who joined him, that Parasite.
Yeah. Wild Soul's not really nearby, unfortunately. This is going to be interesting because Parasite does have everything still to use. The Leech, the Face Hug. He has level 4. Or he has a level 4 Leech on top of that.
Well, let's break it down a little bit further. Soul Reaper, he just uses Judgment. It's not going to be back up again. He does have he does not have the mana. He doesn't have a mana battery. And from here on out, let's look at Chessie. He has level 4 Leech. You got the Keeper of the Forest with those Ghost Marchers. You'll be able to catch up and lay a lot of powerful auto attacks into this Soul Reaper. I think it's going to be enough, Breaky.
What about if he attempts to port out, actually?
Yeah, if he fogs them, maybe. We also see Wild Soul. He's not that far away. Maybe if he jukes into the woods.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say the port out, but maybe. Well, he does have that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Parasite can't interrupt it.
Yeah,
if he was to activate the port right now, he would be fine.
If he just spams his TP right here, I think Facelike doesn't stop it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't actually see that he had that teleport. That is a good point. We'll have to see what he winds up doing.
We'll see if he's perceptive. And this is where it's kind of helps him a little bit that this pause happened. He can give him time to think. So we'll see if he maybe takes advantage of that here. He's going to spam that port. What?
Oh, my.
No, he's not going to go for it.
No way. It wasn't even close in terms of damage. You know, I thought for a sec there he looked like he was taking 890 life, 1 second left on route. That Parasite Keeper with those Ghost Marchers on both of them just doing way too much damage.
Yeah. So not worth it in the end. Nice job right there. Rally avoiding the Keck 10 that helps finish off the Ward of Sight. As him and Aluna, the brothers, of course, doing the counter warding right there. So well played by Stake Green overall. And again, the lead's starting to expand a little bit more now. Soul Reaper only farming around 225 gold per minute. Hasn't had the best of start. He is level 8, which is up there with the tops in the game. But you look at the overall experience. Again, it's about a 4,000 experience lead overall here for Stay Green. Keeper of the Forest leading the way. He is level 9 already. Looking pretty strong there. I thought I just heard. Okay, yes. The Keeper, speaking of him, by the way, he's coming to the middle lane right here. Looks like they may be setting up some kind of push. You got him, Rally. Aluna is going to protect the double damage rune top in the meantime. Most likely see Rally go up there and pick it up, and he's actually on his way right now, so they'll have a double damage rune to work with on top of that. How's Magnus coming along again? He's been having a solid game here when it comes to his farm. He's still sitting around that 300 gold per minute mark. He has about 800 more gold saved up now. You figure at this point that portal key going to be next in line for him. Oh, top lane. Bubbles in some trouble. Lightning Speed going to be activated on the Rally right there. The Compel does hit that demolishing roar. The Seismic Slam, and down goes Bubbles. Great job right there. Bubbles just could not get out of range.
Yeah, huge play. That was pretty much max range there for that Compel.
Yeah.
Powered up by the Master's Call. The really quick ultimate coming out with the Aluna Snipe, and down he went.
Yeah.
Easy tower push. They do that a lot. They just use their burst ultimates, pick off one hero, opens up a really easy tower push. And well, the enemy team has to be in position here to counter push or split push right when that happens. Soul Reaper is in the bottom lane. What kind of ports do we have up? We have ports up on Aluna, Parasite, Keeper, and Rally. So Soul Reaper cannot be too ballsy about pushing this bot lane.
Yeah, he isn't really. He's going to start pushing it here a little bit, but in the meantime, his top secondary is being pushed in by Stake Green. Of course, that double damage is still activated on Rally for 20 seconds, actually. So he is more than fine right here. Wild Soul, obviously having him, he's not of much use just yet in terms of defending. He's going to help push this bottom lane in the meantime, at least trying to get a tower kill for that. But I don't know if it's going to happen here. I mean, they're going to get a kill. There we go. The opponent, the mass TP is coming in, and this will be denied in the end. Most likely, no, that was really close, but Chessie actually does get the deny. And a successful series of events right there for Stay Green. You look at the gold advantage definitely going up as a result of that. I mean, but you still got this Wild Soul, though, with that said. He has 300 gold now. So he's got enough for that sort of the high, at least. And there you go with actually the purchase of it. So that's it's definitely some good news there for S2y when it comes to this game.
It is. Slick's working on his Firebrand here to go that early energized route. Had it before 10 minutes, so more tower pushes happening. And was that B-Star just picked up by Rally that we saw?
What was it? I wasn't intention.
Pretty sure.
Courier.
Courier.
Oh, that's the Beast Heart, it says, I take it, yeah. So going to be going the Helmet of the Black Legion here.
Chesty building up for his Codex. Getting really close, and when the enemy team is as down as they are, the Codex is able to just pretty much smash. They're a bunch of squishy heroes outside of this Wild Soul.
Yeah. Speaking of the Chesty, by the way, he's in a Wild Hunter right here. He's going to find somebody. Magnus might be that target. Maybe Engineer. Magnus perhaps. No, Parasite not going to be going it just yet. Rally is nearby. And here we go. Magnus kind of running in, thinking like he might be finding. He finds the Wild Hunter right there. So Wild Hunter not invis anymore. And Chesty will go invis right there. The tower goes down. And he's just really using it as a scout out, if anything. So giving his team an idea of where the positioning was for the Legion team. Now you do see Booby down here at the bottom lane. Going to start applying pressure to the bottom tower. But Wild Soul's now going to start falling back. Needs to be careful, though, actually. As the Hellborn team is making their way down here. He doesn't have a TP on him.
Also doesn't have boots, Breaky.
Yeah.
Parasite is looking to cut him off. Moving hard. Are they actually going to go behind the tower here? Is Luna going to use her snipe? No read on it. Looks like they're just going to say screw it.
That was close. So he does eventually get back, but there are some...
Yeah, he is still behind the tower.
Yeah. Are some stacks going to be taken out here by SG in the meantime, so he's getting something there. Soul Reaper finishing that power supply, so he's trying to recover in his farm, and it's definitely showing. 285 gold per minute now, and again, he still has a very consistent farm on a Magnus. He now has about 1,600 gold saved up and counting, so getting one step closer to that portal key. As about, what, 550 gold off of it, so just about there, but in the meantime, Stay Green doing what they do best. They're going to group up at least somewhat down here at the bottom lane. It's just Keeper and Master of Arms, I guess. I guess Parasite also here, so they easily push that bottom tower. That is what now? 4 towers that have been destroyed in the Hellborn team's favor. And they're going to keep this pressure going here, so continuing to get better and better for Stay Green overall. Wild Soul still doesn't have that Mock of Brilliance. Again, he's so slow right here. Him and Boo Boo, no boost just yet, so going literally straight for that Mock. And even when he gets it, though, again, their base is already going to be starting to be pushed in, it seems like, at this rate.
There's... I don't know, there's too much momentum again. Here's the thing, like, you're going for that Mock build, you're going for the build, and just by the time you get it, the momentum is way too much in the enemy team's favor.
Well,
it's hard to fight these aggressive push lineups when you're just sort of going naked.
Yeah.
You can't really fight them 4v5.
Well, we talk about that a lot. I mean, I remember earlier this event, actually, Magnus needed a lava search out right there, so another tower is going to be denied here by Stay Green. So the 2 towers that have fallen on their side, both of them have been denied, and they've gotten every tower kill themselves. It's even more of a gold swing right there when it comes down to it. Portal Key is picked up by Magnus finally, though, so that's good. And there's the Mock of Brilliance. So at least the big items, most certainly, being picked up here for s2y. But going back to the point, though, again, we talk about that with against Wild Soul lineups. We see teams that fall back a lot. It seems like they have opportunities before that Mock's picked up, and they instead of taking advantage of that, they fall back and don't. But Stay Green knows how to play against a Wild Soul, as they obviously have plenty of experience. And this is just another example of that right here. Magnus, by the way, he has that portal key, but he is being set up on right here. Oh, he dodges the compel! And he will be fine, somehow managing to avoid the compel there.
Right, and we see here they are very far down when it comes to gold lead, but 9,500 in the sink. 2,500 only in terms of experience, though, and one team fight could turn things around. They still have a lot of towers to make up here compared to SG.
Yeah.
They only have 1 outer tower remaining. Meanwhile, they can take out up to, what is it, 4 or 5? 4.
Yeah.
Right, they got 1 denied on bottom, so... There's still a lot of gold to make up, and Wild Soul, as you know, after a team fight, just demolishes those buildings so quickly.
Yep. Very true. So you do see Wild Soul and Boo Boo right now heading towards that top lane. In the meantime, though, Parasite also coming out here with a Wild Hunter. God, Parasite, Chesty, man, he just knows how to find these Wild Hunters. Seems like he always has access to them here whenever he's playing that Parasite. So he once again gets another one. Obviously, there's always the 2. Oh, Engineer, you are dead good, sir. There's the combo, the leech, the 1 more auto attack. Obviously, that level 1 Codex that we talked about, doing plenty of burst damage there, too. Setting up the kill onto the vulnerable Engineer target.
The Wild Soul falling back as well, porting to the middle lane.
Oh, wow. Actually, Parasite in a lot of trouble. Kelfin on top of the Eruption. The Team of the Master's Call going to be used right there. The Mock of Brilliance also taking for some damage, and actually, Wild Soul will get credit for the kill right there. In comes the Energizer Master of Arms, but not going to happen. And that ended up working. Wild Soul poured it out, but still the bear left behind to actually do some Mock damage. So.
And, well, level 6 Engineer fell, but level 9 Parasite definitely worth it. Doesn't have to worry about gank presence for a little bit here as he farms up in the mid lane. Rally is all the way up top, so yeah, definitely gonna be able to safely take these waves here.
Yeah, so most certainly a good counter coming out for s2y in the end. About 17.5 minutes into this game right now. It's a 7-4 hero kill advantage in favor of Stay Green right here. But again, the more important stat perhaps that 9,000 gold lead. But as you said, the access to the amount of towers here for the Legion team is definitely a lot still. And while it's so great for leading the way with that, he definitely needs those boots though. Him and Boo Boo still without those boots. He's going back to base right now. Okay, there he purchases the Striders on him.
Striders, I know you love that build break.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you look at ulti form, he's running 457 movement speed now.
Well, there's times where you need those plated greaves, though, just to be a little bit more tanky. Yeah. On top of that, what were we talking about earlier? We talked about, going for that straight mock, not getting enough build-up items, and how it can really hurt a team. We talked about it in the scope of Sandwraith. We talked about a little bit in how Stay Green runs the Wild Soul, going those earlier Ghost Marchers, keeping active, and it shows.
Yeah. Keeper of the Forest, got the Astrolabe, the Ring of Sorcery, you got the Helmet of the Black Legion on Rally, you got Master of Arms, of course that Firebrand, and now with the Mighty Blade picked up, that Shrunken Head, in fact, no, that's just a Homecoming Stone delivered, but Shrunken Head more than likely in the works here. Here's that Conqueror attempt, and it's going to be spotted out by Boo Boo, so s2y is definitely aware here, and actually Boo Boo may fall right here. He does have a resurrection. Oh, s2y thinking about fighting this, it looks like. Uh-oh, here we go with the Kelpfield coming out, but not the best initiation. Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. Not going to really go in just yet. There is an Invis Parasite right here in the meantime, but with support nearby, he's not going to really open. He's just scouting out, if anything. Yeah, I don't know about that. Definitely not everyone on the same page there for s2y.
Yeah, they just didn't have enough follow-up to justify using it there. Engineer still sitting without boots. Soul Reaper has his V-Start, is sitting at nearly 15 health with vestments, but still not enough to want to pick a fight against a team that's 8,000 gold up on you, just in the open like that.
Uh-oh. Soul Reaper being chased down. Here goes the Energizer, Master of Arms, charge shot on him. Magnus is not here, by the way, so it is a 5 versus 4 right now in favor of SG. Definitely need to keep that in mind if you're s2y. Magnus, though, is pushing the bottom tower, so we'll see if he gets a reaction out of Stay Green here. In fact, going to even Lava Surge pushing the creep wave. He really wants this tower push to happen. I don't know. It seems like SG is going to start porting in, though, and now Portal Key going to be used by Magnus. He does have a Homecoming Stone, so he should be fine. Rally trying to guess where he was, but obviously not close. So in the end, though, Conqueror is stopped, so it does get s2y distracted, but they do prevent, of course, Stay Green from getting the Conqueror kill. I see Trademark Esports out there watching at the production booth. I assume that means that they won their match. I'm not exactly sure though.
Yeah,
they win. You win.
I saw a thumbs up. I saw a thumbs up. They won.
It looks like they won. Okay, so Trademark Esports defeating Impunity. Obviously, they're very interested in this match, mainly because they play their winner of this one. So.
Right. I mean, that is the winners bracket finals, as we were talking about. A lot on the line here. Since Wild Soul picked up his mock, look at the experience. It's actually now in s2y's favor. Gold actually tapering off a little bit for SG as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's s2y most certainly still holding their own. Again, there's always the Wild Soul factor. 1,400 gold saved up. Still no boots on that Boo Boo, but may just be going straight into that Soul's Bulwark now. Wanted to get more push power there. Okay, he actually got some Mystic Vestments on himself. So it's still going to go more build-up, and I believe he just bought boots on the bear finally. So, yes, he did. So, yeah, starting to get those build-up items now after that mock. And looking nicer and nicer. Helmet of the Black Legion on Soul Reaper. So we're so used to seeing that Gnome's Wisdom to help him bulk up a little bit with the armor. And also, of course,
it used to be the old style you used to see on Soul Reaper. Helmet of the Black Legion, investments, and, well, actually, back in the day, Barbed Armor was the item of choice right after that. Haven't seen that build in a long time. Usually, people favor team support items as soon as possible these days. Getting that Barrier Idol for your team, getting that early Astrolabe, whatever's going to help you win those early to mid-team engagements so you can take map control and win the game from there.
Yeah. You look right here, Conqueror again being dropped. It's going to be really close. The Legion team collapsing, though. Magnus, a level 2 Eruption ready to go. Is he going to start channeling? Yes, he is. Here we go. Magnus going to jump in. Oh, beautiful Eruption. It's going to be stopped by the ring right there. But Aluna's going to start taking some damage. Magnus will fall. The end. It looks like he's barely still alive. Sorry for joins a part of the heal bomb going down. Energy field finally going to be placed down. But Stay Green is on the run right now. It's Aluna dead for that Bubbles and Magnus. Parasite trying to run away. Oh, yes, the demonic execution. to finish him off. Rally still left behind. Kongor is very low on life. Can s2y take advantage of this? Can they maybe ninja the Kongor? Rally's going to distract him. He does have the illusions up, and he is, again, full life right now. You need to be careful if you're s2y at the same time. You did use some cooldowns. Buybacks happen. Aluna and Parasite both buyback right here. They want to take the Kongor. Oh, the Compel missed, actually, by Rally, and that will set up the Soul Reaper. Going to be able to get away. Nice forked lightning. Not going to be enough. And they will retreat, but this is now going to be a Kongor kill for Stay Green right here.
For sure. Did you see that, though? Did you see what happened with Magnus? He actually blinked in. Didn't have enough mana for his stun.
That's what it was.
Root. Yeah, Root does stop it, but he didn't have enough mana on top of that.
Okay.
If he did, he would have been able to get it off quick enough before the thing. Yeah, there were 4 heroes lined up there. There were 4 heroes lined up for level 2 Eruption. Yeah, could have and would have made a difference. Just a little bit shy. He did have a couple bottle charges. Maybe could have used them before. A little bit unfortunate. Still a huge blink ulti. Not getting enough out of it. Putting that token in the hands of SG. They know the window. They know time pushes more than any other team on the scene right now.
Yeah. That triple stack Ancient's going to be stolen here by Stay Green. That's definitely a huge, huge deal. Even the seismic slam you use goes to show you how quickly they want to do this and how important they know that these are. So obviously the gold swing definitely big for SG right there on top of taking it away from the Legion team.
On top of the token.
Another deny on the tower. By Parasite at the top left, yeah, the token of life, of course, on Master of Arms, who also just finished his Shrunken Head. Man, that was definitely a fighting chance for s2y right there, but didn't come out on top as Stay Green needs the buybacks and, you know, making all that happen in the end. So still, we still got a game, sure, but it's got to be a little frustrating for s2y, knowing they had a window right there.
Sure.
Weren't able to take it. But Sword, man, look at this. Now a Beast Heart picked up on Soul Reaper. He is just bulking up, man. Are we going to see maybe a Sacrificial Stone? Or not a Sacrificial Stone, I mean a Icon of the Goddess.
Icon of the Goddess? Maybe. I haven't seen that item in forever. Actually, the last person I saw grab it was Slicks playing Carry Tort when he was still trying to figure out what was the most efficient route.
Yeah.
Eventually he sort of settled on that Gnome's Wisdom itemization and has gone that road ever since, but looking at that extra Beast Heart, I would not be surprised. I still think a Barbed Armor could be nice on him, but there's not enough. It's not like there's a ton of forced AoE. It's not like an FA ulti, a Draconis, what have you. So it's a little bit different.
I will say, it's kind of interesting not going, you know, again, he has the Talisman of the Grave Locket, I should say, for mana purposes, but his mana pool isn't the best. I mean, his Demonic Execution, especially at level 16, you're looking at 450 mana for that, and the Judgment Heal spam, that's 180 mana every spam. Sure, you have the Inhuman Nature, which will no doubt help with the regen of the mana for pushing and whatnot, but it's, you know, he's going more of the I want to survive with life presence, but you got to wonder if having the lack of mana is going to hurt him here in these eventual fights. So
yeah, the Ancients were just double stacked here, and well, Rally has the read. Probably going to steal it again with SG. That's you hate seeing that when you're a team sort of in the position that s2y is in.
Yeah. They're going to go ahead and take up the middle tower right now. It looks like, or at least push it. We'll see if s2y can make a difference to stand here. Actually, they're going to jump Magnus. Magnus going to be bursted down the Seismic Slam to finish him off. A couple of Portuguese. Engineer also gets bursted down before he can get the energy filled up. Buyback from Magnus. Magnus coming back into the fight, actually. He runs on the goo, though, so we cannot Portuguese. He stunts it right there. Channeling the Eruption. Yo, it gets canceled, actually. That's a pretty big deal. Magnus falls. Sorry for throwing out the heal ball, but the Token of Life, or the Shrunken Head, I should say, Master of Arms, doing a lot of work right there. He ultimately survives. Nobody dying on Stay Green just yet. Shell Surf going to be coming out, but still, everyone alive. They pushed beyond the tower. It ends up working beautifully for them. Parasite being chased down. Stay Green, are they going to look to go back in, perhaps? Rally going to compel right there, actually, and that'll be that. So Stay Green in full retreat mode here, and they will get away. Oh, picking off Magnus off the bat, and Engineer, again, he couldn't get the energy field off. That's a pretty big deal.
It's not over just yet. Look what they're doing before they actually leave the other side of the map. They're going to quickly clear these Ancients, use all of their abilities to make sure it drops as soon as possible. Wild Soul is Perceptive Tooth, though, is trying to drive Moth with Boo Boo, and, well, away they go, but not before taking a few of those Ancients.
Yeah. Man, not only Magnus getting picked off at the beginning, but when he homecoming stoned in a very awkward spot. It was right here, actually, just over the ledge.
I saw that.
And he went on the goo. He actually poured it in onto the acid, so he wasn't able to, you know, maybe start channeling that eruption and then jump in. So
that's why he actually stunned in first to try to get the ulti off.
It definitely screwed him up. So, I mean, again, that's back-to-back fights now where Magnus just hasn't had the most ideal situations. Obviously, not enough mana for the Lava Surge that previous fight, and this time around, just getting caught out in the wrong spot positioning-wise. Parasite, God, what level codex does he have? He has, it's still level 1 actually, so. Oh, he's pulling up 2100 gold. Probably going to be going that portal key himself actually. Obviously, Rally already has one.
Yeah, he also favors the Hellflower route a lot.
True.
Yeah, portal key would be very, very powerful here.
We'll see what he decides to go for. Keep the Force, obviously, the Shaman's Headdress on top of that Arcana. So, kind of, I'm not actually sure what order he bought those in. I don't know if it's the Arcana first or not, but...
Who's that, the Keeper?
Yeah, or if it's the Shaman's Headdress, because I wonder if he's going to finish the Barrier Idol here and then go the Resto Stone. Or if he's just going to go straight for the Resto Stone now. But, oh, there you go, by the way. Soul Reaper does go the Icon of the Goddess. Interesting.
Yeah, we were looking at it, we were like, you know, he needs a new Monasteroid. He's got something. He has no gnomes. He has a power supply that's all right, but I think it was that fight in the river where the Magnus, he blinked in and was unable to get his stun off. They were still looking sort of healthy in that fight. Soul Reaper ran out of mana, though. Did not have any sustained presence, and you know, it really sucks to be in that position. So the Icon of the Goddess is going to help with that. I'm still not convinced as to the strength of the item, though.
Interesting, interesting. Obviously, a good amount of stats on the item, and with the passive effect that it really has with the hero kills and whatnot, so increasing the regen. We'll see him definitely be able to make use of that. Geometer's Bane just finished on Master of Arms in the meantime. He has now a minute remaining on the token, by the way, so they've definitely made use of that. He obviously never died with it, but him just having it, the presence, most certainly making the use of it. But it is probably going to wear off in the end, it looks like. Okay, down about a minute here. Middle lane, we could possibly have something. Double damage room, bottled up and rally. Master of Arms may want to, you know, bait something out here, again, especially still with that little time on the token of life. He's going to go ahead and fire the middle lane a little bit, but it doesn't look like s2y is looking to have an opening here. They're just going to continue to farm. Again, they do have Wild Soul, who's GPM, constantly rising, 340 gold per minute right now. He's got that Soul's Bulwark, has another 500 gold saved up, so most certainly is having a solid impact here now. Magnus, in the meantime, bottom lane. He's been sitting on that Mighty Blade. Mighty Blade for a little bit.
I just feel like they don't have as impactful of an initiation that they need.
Yeah.
To make something happen here. They have sort of like a softer initiate in bubbles, that Kelp Field, locking them down with this certain area. But if they leave with this Magnus stun here, there's not enough follow-up damage to actually make enough use of it. And Magnus needs to get that huge eruption off to turn these fights. But you're looking at the Shaman's Headdress. Did that Barrier Isle just get finished, Breaky?
Yes.
Keeper of the Forest. I believe the Barrier Isle's finished. They got the Astrolabe up on the Keeper as well, and they just Shrunken Heads. It's a huge tanky presence in general. And I feel like if Magnus is playing stuns in to try to be like a hard set for this team fight, it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah. They're
going to activate their defensive items and then steamroll in response.
Yeah. See, SG going to go ahead and throw it a pause here. So, again, just a quick recap. This is the winners bracket semi-finals here for the GSL, live here from Thailand. SG and s2y, these two teams are on the main stage right now. Trademark Esports versus Impunity was the other portion of the winners bracket. We just got word Trademark Esports actually came over here to see what's going on. They won their match against Impunity. So, again, only a one-game series here still at this point. But it is double elimination, so you obviously now Impunity bounced down to the losers bracket. The loser of this will be going down. But TDM awaiting the winner of this. And again, it's, you know, very likely could be what expected. A lot of people expected that Stay Green versus Trademark Esports matching up in the winners bracket finals. And another thing to note as well actually, never mind, but so we'll see how that eventually goes on.
Frankie, do you see what's going on in the crowd out there?
What's that?
Oh, look at all the lights. I mean, I see that at sports games. I've never seen this before in esports. Everyone's holding like these flashing lights and they're waving them. It's insane.
It seems like it's a pretty lively atmosphere out there. Again, it's just like yesterday. It's really cool to witness that. Obviously, you know, we've had examples of that in the past, specifically DreamHack, especially with the arena and whatnot.
Sure.
I've had the privilege to cast it, I think, 5 times now. I mean, it's always an epic event, but this is definitely up there with that for sure. When it comes down to just these epic events, it's just the supporting fans out there. It makes you, again, realize, you know, how big the game and how awesome the game truly is. And, you know, just seeing the love for it is pretty damn cool. So, back to this game, though. SG, again. By the way, another thing to keep in mind, KZU has still yet to die. So, he's keeping that streak alive.
Yeah, you're right.
He is 1-0-4 here.
Damn.
So, well, in fact, 3 players on the team have yet to die.
Yeah, it helps when you're winning every game
yeah,
on that path.
Being the victory is
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out if there's a closer matchup. But still, that Orange Esports game, man, that was a tough one.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually surprised he went through that one.
Well, we interviewed both Slicks and Keizu here on the cast after that match, and both of them made it very clear they felt a little lucky to win that match. I mean, they know that Orange Esports had a great chance in that group stage match to pull through with the victory. And
timed pushes, man, knowing your window.
Yep.
That's what's important.
Yep.
It's not about this X or Y item pickup. It's about knowing your strength relative to the enemy team and when they're going to be at their peak.
Yeah, that's a good example of that game, exactly, where Wild Soul was on state green and Orange had a chance to push. Didn't seem like they took advantage of it, though. Sacrificial Stone now finished on Soul Reaper, so again, just continuing the whole, I'm just going for stats, bulking up here.
I think it's because he knows they're down, and he wants items that are going to have an impact right now. If a team fight were to break up, he doesn't want to be saving for those huge items like that Mach and suffering in the process.
Yeah.
Tries to want to turn the game around before it's too late and buy room for his Wild Soul to farm up.
How about Ringmail picked up by Wild Soul? I kind of wonder if that's maybe going to be something like a barbed armor here. I don't know really any other option that could
He's already got the bulwark.
He's already got bulwark.
So well, that's actually, well, no. Demonic Breastplate uses the Ringmail plus the bulwark, so he's just buying the extra armor.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, I was thinking to myself like barbed armor.
Well, we don't usually see that route. I don't blame you, man. We normally see that warp left
first and then just finish it after. Yeah,
exactly. So it's actually
oh,
realize that
Bubbles gets picked off. So finally, some more action happening, and Parasite just happens to find him by himself.
Yeah, I did have that defensive Master's Call on him. I wonder if that was a little bit of a.
I think that might be supposed to be offensive. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, he didn't need the extra help, and on his way to a shrunken head here from Parasite. I do like it when you're facing an Engineer. I feel like Engineer can really screw up Parasite's initiation into a fight with the energy field.
Yeah.
Really sucks to sort of face hug and have to go right on through and not be able to do your combo effectively thanks to the Perplex and Silence. Yeah, Shrunken Head, a good pickup, and well, people underestimate just how hard Parasite hits too. That the Draining Venom combined with almost 200 damage by the time he finishes his Shrunken Head here does a lot. 24% more damage, like 220 damage almost.
Yeah. Very effective tool. Of course, another Conquer kill happening. That means another token of life on Slicks, playing this Master of Arms. And he actually just picked up a Slayer, so Savage Mace now going to be on the way here. Really stay green again, just getting better and better with their items. The window most certainly close near for s2y, seems like, as far as having a good chance. Bubbles, too, man. Bubbles has just been struggling here when it comes down to his presence. He's only farming 150 gold per minute still. He's just sitting on a major totem, really a grave locket and a power supply, as well as a steam bits, of course, but doesn't even have the tablet nor that portal key here. And usually by this point, especially, you want to see even both, if not at least one. But
Breaky,
what's that?
When was the last time you ever saw Striders on Z-Freak? I don't think I've seen them all events.
It seems
I
feel
like I've seen them in a while. I'm pretty sure his team just does a great job
of
picking up and helping out their support heroes, and I think other people should take a note. I mean, it takes 5 to win a game. If one of your heroes is a liability and it's going into that late game phase, it's free food.
Yeah.
Giving him a little bit of items, giving him a little bit of farm goes a long way in allowing him to have a much bigger impact on a fight. Say he might live with 100 health, comes back in for another volley of stuns, gets another stun off, as I said, gets some more spells off, gets the extra snipe. It does a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's that on top of the Mystic Vestments. I mean, he's just going back to that logic of he doesn't want to be that kind of feed hero, especially going into the later game stage. He wants to be able to survive those individual burst attempts. So,
right, and combined with Astrolabe, it just makes him, pretty damn hard to kill as well.
I feel like I keep seeing, Magnus, Bubbles, they're just sitting on the same items for a long time now. Magnus still sitting on that Mighty Blade here. Bubbles, again, the same items.
You remember what happened? Magnus actually had more gold that he had to buy back.
True. Yeah. That definitely hurt him. Soul Reaper, though. Soul Reaper is just continuing to take up a good amount of the farm. 350 gold per minute here, and already another 2,100 gold saved up. So where does he go at this point? I mean, you see his item pool currently. I guess, hell, even finishing a barrier idol here might not be a bad option.
I don't know. Definitely more of an impact item, I think, would be preferable. Savage Mace can be completed soon on Master of Arms. It would be nice if he had a Sheep Stick to sort of cut down that physical damage presence coming out from the Master.
Yeah.
Can't really say, though.
And on top of that, you also have, speaking of a Luna, that support, look at that, a Tablet of Command just right-clicked by her, so we're so impressed by the Steam Boots and Mystic Vestments, and all of a sudden she has a Tablet of Command on top of that. Very, very good news. You talked about the shrunken head on Parasite earlier. It is adding up very nice here for Stay Green. And really, I think that's safe to say that Savage Mace completion is going to be the, all right, let's make something happen now. Let's start pushing into the base.
It's happening in 30 gold breaky.
Yeah.
What's the timing on Token? Restoration stone up as well. What's the timing on Token?
Just under 4 minutes.
Yeah, there's plenty of time to push base with Savage Mace. So speaking of time pushes, this is going to be their cue. We see right now they're sort of moving to the bottom lane. I wonder if they'll stick in it or choose to push also.
There you go. Savage Mace officially delivered there, or I guess I should say purchased there. It is going to be delivered now on the way on the courier right here. Again, you talked about the restoration stone also being finished. It doesn't get any better than this as far as timing, man. I mean, Stay Green just so on the ball with obviously plenty of experience, and they just have a great feeling for knowing when everything is going to come together. And again, doesn't get much better than this. The Token of Life still has plenty of time. As we talked about the Savage Mace, the Resto Stone, the tablet on a Luna. I mean, everything is coming together very nicely. Now, Demonic Breastplate is getting close here for Wild Soul. But is that going to be the huge impact item that this Legion team needs? I don't know. There's the Shrunken Head finish on Magnus, actually. So he does finally make use of that Mighty Blade.
Yep.
Turns that into the Shrunken Head. So at least he has that to work with now.
Soul Reaper actually top experience per minute in the game. Well, now tied with Master of Arms. He was for a little bit there. He's level 18 when Master of Arms is 17. It's kind of interesting. He does have the highest level hero in the game. Was on the losing team.
Yeah.
Just, they're pulling all their resources into him. And he has no real impact items, though. His items are nice and take him up, but he's not a hero that can just absolutely turn the tides of this game.
There we go. Master of Arms splitting up the illusions already, but just sitting in the front lines. Of course, again with that Token of Life. He is more than fine with if they want to choose to jump in and use some cooldowns. Got the Legion team in the meantime, s2y, doing a pretty good job of spreading out right here. Not giving SG that great initiation opportunity for them as well. Rally's level 16, by the way. Oh, Boo Boo extending a little bit too far right there. He may actually fall. Looks like he is. The Heal Bomb not enough. So Wild Soul wanting to be careful now. He does have the Resurrection, but no more Boo Boo after this one. Plate Mail just purchased by Soul Reaper, by the way. He does still have 1,500 gold saved up, so I believe that should be enough in the end for a buyback, even after a death.
What I normally like to point out in a situation like this, too, is, well, if he does buy back, if Wild Soul had buyback gold, if he was down, it wouldn't even matter. That being said, he does not have the gold and won't really come into play.
That's true, yeah, so that Demonic Breast will finish. Oh, Master of Arms a little bit damaged right there, but the compel backwards. He'll be fine. Deny on the tower is forced there from s2y, so obviously Stay Green. Even though it's denied, they're pretty happy with that. Making the tower fall. In the end, the Token of Life just under a minute and a half now, so they still have at least another couple of creep pushes here before they need to really think about falling back. Barrier Idol is up. Again, the Restoration Stone as well. There's the Barrier Idol use. Charge Shaw on a sword for the Goose put down, but a tablet can make it to save it. Meanwhile, the Rupture being channeled. Magnus in the back. Oh, he got stopped, though. He could not portal key in because of the tree spawns. He will finally go in right there. The energy field's put down. Rally getting caught into someone, but Magnus going to be trying to heal, eventually fall. Sorry for taking the damage. Trying to be taken now. Full of enough. No, well, not the double root comes out from Keizu, and down goes Sorry for a while. Still going to fall as well. Sorry for does buy back with Engineer still surviving, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Everyone is still up here for Stay Green, including the Token of Life on a Master of Arms. Sorryper comes in, but it's just not going to be enough. s2y falling into pieces, and Stay Green on their way to taking the victory here. And as a result, we'll be facing off against Trademark Esports in the winners bracket finals, most likely, when it comes down to it. So, wow, wow, wow.
Well, you know, Breaky, I know we're coming here, sort of representing our people back there on the international scene, and we did send these two teams over here for the event, and a lot of teams were excited to see how they'll actually be able to face off against the SEA competition on their home turf, showing that they do not drop a beat here, competing over here in Thailand. And, well, I can't say we're going to be disappointed with winners bracket finals consisting of these two teams.
No, I think we can safely say that's pretty exciting to hear. Again, it's just the winners bracket finals. Who knows, what the rest of the event holds. Obviously, you still got the losers bracket to work through, and eventually the grand finals after that. Magnus, in the meantime, he's going to be picked off. They're just trying anything they can. Again, it's just a one-game series. They're just going to hang in there till the very, very bitter end. But Mega Creeps are now going to be spawning here for Stay Green. It is completely cleared up here. And, well, we'll see now. It's just a matter of do they want to end it the old-fashioned way, or do they actually want to throw out the concede vote? Because s2y, you're not coming back from this one, good sirs. Oh, look at all the items being purchased.
I can't. Well, what? Luna just got
a sword of the high.
Yeah.
She's going to bring her.
That's a troll, man.
Keizu's still alive, by the way. Keeping my eye on that.
Yeah, portal key there on Parasite. Rally with the demonic breastplate. The brutal there. Shout out to Jeppins there on Kazoo. Charge hammer picked up by Master of Arms on top of the Savage Mace.
Yeah.
I mean,
wasn't ugly already. Again, s2y, they're from Talent here. One of the 3 Talent teams still remaining in this event, and they still will be remaining. Again, they'll just be knocked into the losers bracket now. They play the winner of that Orange Esports NXL Focus Series, I believe, down there, which should also be going on right now, if not already over. But here we go. Look at Stake Green. Oh, look at what they're doing. They're doing the pub train. We got the choo-choo going
they're
out
actually
here.
in a line. They're actually
They're
walking
all
in
following
a line.
each other. They're just having some fun now. Again, they have the victory. They know it. That's pretty good.
Well, the Keeper of the Forest stopped.
Oh, Magma's going to stop the seismic slam. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Unstoppable indeed. Engineer gets the energy field off, but it's destroyed immediately. And Staker still full strength. Kazoo just needs to be careful not to die here. He wants to keep that streak alive. He's thinking about himself now. He should be. I think he'll be fine, though. That trick for Slicks right there. The tower going to be pushed in at the World Tree. There's the GG well played.
That's what it took.
s2y realized, and in the end, it's not going to be enough. So Stay Green again, taking out s2y here in the winners bracket semifinals, and that does mean that winners bracket finals matchup of what at least we expected here, and I'm sure a lot of people at home. Stay Green versus Trademark Esports. That will be a best of 3. That will be coming up next, from my understanding, according to the schedule that we were given.
Oh yeah,
and that will be on the main stage. Again, it is just the winners bracket finals, though. There is still the losers bracket that to follow up, and
well,
then
that means a
eventually
lot,
the
though. I
grand
mean, that
finals.
dictates who's going to
Obviously,
grand.
it's still a lot.
Yeah, and from what I gathered, there's actually not going to be a game advantage going into the grand finals coming from the winners bracket.
believe that's the
I believe
case.
it's a fresh set, guys.
I believe so.
So, that being said, whoever does come out of that lowers bracket, they still have a chance to redeem themselves in the grand finals without really having a handicap.
Yeah, and that will be a best of 5, too. So a lot of possible matches, definitely from that, too. Man, oh, man, what a day! What a way to kick off for today. Of course, so Stake Green looking very strong yet again. Here in what is day number 2 for the GSL, baby. Live here from Thailand here on Hogcast.com. And as I'm sure you can start hearing more and more, it is going to start getting louder and louder here from the crowd and everything, from the noise going on. But it's all about having fun in the end. So hopefully you guys are entertained by that match, but know that as well that we are just getting things kicked off for the day. Plenty more to come. But again, Stay Green.